The self, in the form of Brahman, witness of all finite beings, self-effulgent, shines eternally as I, in the sheath of vijnana, distinct from the 5 sheaths. Being experienced as I, it shines as a true form of the self, the direct experience of the great texts. Fix your heart constantly on this Brahman, which is the goal. Let the senses remain in their centers. Keep the body steady by remaining indifferent to it. And practice the meditation, I am Brahman. Brahman am I. Allowing no other thoughts to come in. Gradually, still the mind by practice of the unbroken flow of beatitude. Realize the identity of self and Brahman, and drink the nectar of Brahman bliss in eternal joy. What use are base thoughts of body and world, which are non-self? Give up these non-self thoughts, which are the cause of all sorrow. Hold firm to the self, the seat of bliss, as I, and no longer ascribe the I sense to the ego and its attributes. Be absolutely indifferent to them and meditate perpetually on the self, which is the cause of liberation. A pot, a huge earthen jar for storing grain, and a needle are all separate things. But when they are cast away, there remains only the single expanse of ether. Something which is falsely imagined to exist on the substratum of something else has no reality apart from the real thing. Just as a snake imagined in a piece of rope has not. Wave, foam, bubble, and whirlpool, if examined, are all found to be simply water. Pots of various sizes and shapes are nothing other than clay, and in fact are clay. Similarly, you should reject the limitations of body, senses, life breath, mind, and ego, which are merely illusory. Only fools perceive and speak of I, you, it, and so forth, out of delusion and folly, being drunk with the wine of illusion. Even their perception of multiplicity is contained in being consciousness bliss, in the perfect purity of self, which, as Brahman, shines as one indivisible whole, like the vast ether. All superimpositions, such as body and ego sense, from Brahman down to a boulder, which are perceived as the world, are really nothing other than the oneself. They are merely the display of Prakriti and the self as pure being. The one Supreme Self, unbroken and homogeneous, exists as east, west, south and north, inner and outer, up and down, everywhere. It itself is Brahma. It itself is Vishnu, Shiva, Indra, gods and humans, and everything. What more is there to say? Everything from the threefold appearance of personal God, individual being, and world, down to the minutest atom, is merely a form of Brahman. In order to remove the superimposition of the false, the scriptures declare there is no duality at all. Brahman is one without a second. Therefore, you yourself are the non-dual Brahman, spotless like the ether, without inner or outer, without attributes, changeless, timeless, without dimensions or parts. What else is there to know? The scriptures declare, so long as the individual regards the corpse of his body as I, he is impure and subject to various ills such as birth, death, and sickness. Remove all objective reality superimposed on the self by illusion, and know yourself as pure, immutable Shiva. Then you will become liberated. The Brahman, which is without action and is indivisible perfection. The enlightened who have attained supreme knowledge shine as being consciousness bliss, homogeneous Brahman, having utterly renounced objective reality. Therefore, you too reject your gross, impure body and the subtle body that wavers like the wind, and the I sense in them, and regard yourself as being consciousness bliss, as declared by Vedanta, and thus remain forever as the very Brahman. The scriptures declare that duality is of the nature of Maya, and only non-duality is a supreme truth. It is our experience that the diversity created by the consciousness ceases to exist in deep sleep, in which the consciousness is absorbed in bliss. Those who are wise and discriminating know that the proverbial serpent has no existence apart from the substratum of the rope, nor the water of a mirage apart from the barren ground. It is our experience that when the mentality assumes the nature of the self and becomes one with the attributeless Supreme Self, mental manifestation ceases. All these magical creations, which the illusion of the mind sets forth as the universe, are found to have no real existence and become untrue when the truth behind them is realized as Brahman itself. In the non-dual Brahman, the threefold reality of seer, sight, and seen does not exist. It is a substratum into which ignorance, the root cause of the illusion of multiplicity, is absorbed, like darkness into light. Like oceans that endure to the end of the cycle of time, the truth of Brahman remains single, complete, absolute purity, inactive, unqualified, changeless, formless. Where then can be talk of duality or diversity in the homogeneity of Brahman? When in a state of samadhi, the enlightened jnani experiences in the heart as I, the completeness of that Brahman, which is eternal, the bliss of knowledge incomparable, unattached, formless, inactive, unqualified, immutable, characterless, nameless, and free from bondage. It is still like the ether, and yet nothing can be compared to it. It has no cause and is not an effect. It is to be achieved only through realization on the authority of the Vedanta. The truth of it abides in the heart and is experienced constantly as I. It is free from birth, old age, and death. In itself, it is eternal. It is tranquil and undifferentiated. It is vast and still, like a calm ocean without a shore. In order not to fall back into samsara, practice nirvikalpa samadhi by concentration on Brahman, which is experienced in the heart as our own radiant self, free from all limitations and as being consciousness, bliss. This will destroy the individual consciousness, which is the cause of all error. And thus you can unravel the knot of the heart, which causes the ills of birth and death. Thus will you obtain the glory of unbroken bliss, being self-realized, and by doing so achieve the purpose of human life, a boon so rare to obtain. The self-realized yogi, knowing their true nature, shows their wisdom by rejecting their body, regarding it as a corpse, as the mere shadow of their being, existing only owing to past destiny. Such a one knows themselves to be the unbroken bliss of the self. They have utterly consumed the body and its attributes in the fire of Brahman, which is eternal, immutable truth. Having thus consumed their body and remaining with their consciousness ever immersed in the ocean of bliss, they themselves are eternal knowledge and bliss. How then should they care to nourish or sustain their body or be attached to it, feeding as they do on the eternal nectar of Brahman, inwardly and outwardly? Just as the cow does not care about the garland round its neck, so too the yogi does not care whether the body, bound by the strings of past karma, lives or dies. So you too reject this inert, impure body and realize the pure and eternal self of wisdom. Give no more thought to the body. Who would care to take back what they once vomited? Knowledge of a mirage keeps one away from it. And ignorance that is a mirage leads one to seek it. Similarly, knowledge leads to the path of release, and ignorance leads to worldly pursuits. The achievement of self-knowledge or self-realization frees one from the ills arising from error and brings them eternal contentedness and unequaled bliss, eternally experienced. Ignorance, on the other hand, pushes them into objective experience of error and misery. How then should the wise person, who has severed the knot of the heart with the sword of wisdom, continue to perform the various vain actions which occupied them during the time of their delusion? What cause could induce them to activity? Knowledge leads to non-attachment. Solitude and abandonment of home leads to knowledge. The bliss of self-experience and tranquility results from cessation of activity. If these results are not obtained step by step, the previous steps become invalid. The perfection of non-attachment is when previous tendencies to seek enjoyment no longer arise. The perfection of knowledge is when the eye sense no longer pertains to the body. The perfection of solitude is when thoughts subside through perpetual striving and dissolving in Brahman no longer turn outwards. Do not differentiate between self and Brahman, or between world and Brahman. On the authority of the Vedas, realize, I am Brahman. Attain the pure beatitude of oneness and establish the pure consciousness immovably in Brahman, so that you become dissolved in Brahman. Being ever Brahman, renounce objective reality and let your enjoyments be witnessed or known by others, like the state of sleeping children. Renounce activity and, with the purity of primal being, abide in eternal enjoyment of pure bliss. Although your mind is dissolved and you are like one forgetful of the world, remain ever awake, and yet like one who is not awake. Remain indifferent to the body and senses and outer things that follow you like a shadow. Be one who discriminates, free from the stain of samsara and from tendencies and sense objects. Retain consciousness without thought. Retain form, though formless. Have no likes and dislikes in what is experienced at the moment, and no thought of what may happen in the future. Give up all thought of inner and outer, and concentrate permanently on the blissful experience of Brahman. Through the power of knowledge, maintain perfect equanimity in the face of all opposites, such as vice and virtue, likes and dislikes, or praise and blame, whether by sadhus or by the wicked. The dedicated sage is like a river emptied into the ocean, untouched by the attack of sense objects, absorbed in the self. And it is only such a one who attains realization while still in the body. They alone are worshipful and reap the reward of worthy actions. All their innate tendencies have been destroyed by their knowledge of identity with Brahman, and no renewal of samsara can be ascribed to them. The sage who experiences the perfection of Brahman never turns back to samsara. If they do, then they are not a sage who has known Brahman, but only an outward turning fool. Identity with Brahman is the fire of knowledge which burns up karma in this life and for future lives. Karma is destroyed because it can no longer cause birth in higher or lower worlds once a sage has awakened from the illusion of activity in which they harvested merit and demerit through countless ages. And karma can no longer affect him, because they know themselves to be established as a supreme Brahman, indifferent as the ether to the effects of karma. There is ether in a pot containing alcohol, but is it affected by the smell of the alcohol? Not at all. Although the sage is ever absorbed in their true state, they sometimes seem to experience the fruits of their past actions or to take part in outer activity. So people say they must not be free from karma, since they reap the good and bad effects of past action. However, the scriptures declare such karma to be unreal, because one who is awakened from a dream experience does not go back into the same dream or desire to cling to the dream experiences or the body and environment of the dream as I and mine. They are perfectly free from the dream world and happy in their awakened state. Whereas one who retains any attachment to the dream cannot be said to have left the state of sleep. In the same way, one who has realized the identity of Brahman and self sees nothing else. They eat and excrete, but as though in a dream. They are beyond all limitations and associations. They are the absolute Brahman itself. The three kinds of karma do not affect them in the least. In the awakened sage is visible the eternally established state of non-dual Brahman, beyond mental or verbal description and definition, without beginning or end, integral being, consciousness bliss, stabilized, homogeneous, never to be rejected or obtained, subtle, inwardly and outwardly complete, with no substratum, beyond the gunas, without colour, form or change, as pure being. Nothing at all is to be seen there of what obtains here. It is only by knowledge of this oneness in the heart, through Atma Yoga, by renouncing enjoyment and the very desire for enjoyment, that dedicated sages who have peace and self-control obtain supreme deliverance. Therefore, my child, if you too, by the eye of wisdom, obtain through unwavering samadhi, discover beyond all doubt the supreme self of perfect bliss, which is your original nature, you will no longer have any doubts about what you have heard. Cast out, therefore, the delusion created by the mind and become a sage, a realized being who has attained the purpose of life. The teacher, like the scriptures, gives instructions common to all, but each person must experience bondage and deliverance, hunger and satisfaction, sickness and health for themselves. Others can only infer it from him. In the same way, one who discriminates must cross the ocean of birth and death by their own efforts through the grace of the Supreme Lord. thus obtaining release from bondage, which is due only to ignorance. Remain as being consciousness bliss. The scriptures, reason, the words of the Guru, and inner experience are the means you have to use for this. The essence of the Vedantic scriptures may be condensed into the following points. First, in me, the unmoving Brahman, all that seems different is utterly without reality. I alone am. This is called the standpoint of elimination. Second, the dream and all else that appears in me as a result of magic is an illusion. I alone am the truth. This is called the standpoint of illusion. Third, all that appears as form apart from the sea, that is the bubble and the wave, is a sea. All that is seen in a dream is seen in one who sees the dream. Likewise, in me, as in the ocean, or the one who dreams, all that seems separate from me is myself. This is called the standpoint of resolving. Reject the outer world by any of these three means and recognize the one infinite, pure, homogeneous Brahman who is the Self. One who has thus realized Brahman is liberated. Although all three of these viewpoints are aids to realization, the third, in which one conceives everything as one's own self, is the most powerful. Therefore, knowing the indivisible self to be one's own self by one's own experience, one must abide in one's own true nature, beyond any mental form. What more is there to say? The whole world and all individuals are really Brahman. An abidance as that indivisible Brahman is itself deliverance. This is the essence and conclusion of all the Vedas.